What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And today we have so much to talk about as I update you on everything that I have been doing on this app the last several days. Pardon me. Oh, my allergies are just so bad today. The last week has been something else, and I just want to share what has been going on and just chit chat. And of course, this is definitely not financial advice. Anybody who's out there who thinks that I'm plugging VeVe or this is the way you make money or getting hung up on anything that I say or do in this video, beat feet. There's the door. Get lost, kick rocks, go away. Because this is just me and my crew. Y'all know who you are. This is for us. So last week, of course, we had all this business about the stones coming up and crafting stones. You had to get the soul stone and all of this good stuff. And I didn't know half the story behind any of it. I wasn't following the news. I wasn't following the VeVe Twitter, anything. All I knew was that the stuff that I've been stacking for a long time, which the biggest one was the common Sue Storm Invisible Woman, that all of a sudden had a target on her back because it could be burned for a soul stone. I had decided, I think early in the week, that I was going to get rid of all of my Thanos Infinity Stone stuff, like everything that could be sold to make a gauntlet. I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do this because we got an opportunity sitting right in front of our faces here. We got a frenzy going on, a feeding frenzy. So I took all the stuff that I bought on the drops or less than retail, and I sold it all. And I made a lot of money. Now, some of the stuff that I sold went up even higher, like double in price after I sold, which is okay. You know, I didn't feel like I left money on the table. So what I felt like was, well, if there was some people out there fool enough to pay double or triple than what I just sold, you know, that's on them. I would have felt bad taking their money like that. I like how this can't see, this sees through my coffee cup. That's kind of neat. So I didn't feel bad about that at all. But after selling off everything, all of the things that you needed to burn to make a stone, I had everything except the secret rare Eye of Agamotto. I had all commons or the uncommon. So I sold off all of my, I had like 16 of those. Once those are all out of the way and sold and gone, then I found out about having to burn items for the soul stone. And that's where I hit the jackpot. I'm like, holy cow. So let's just think back, you know, a ways. You remember I was stacking Sue Storm common, and I had 40. I had like 20 some odd uncommon and quite a few rare, and then 3 ultra rares and a secret rare. I even had 2 secret rares for a time. And then we go over to the other item that you could burn that I had piles of, and that's the long neck. Electra. So while everybody wrote off Electra as garbage, I was buying Electras for $3.50. Sue Storm common as low as $3.50. Just stacking them and praying that maybe one day something will happen and we'll get caught into a feeding frenzy and I'll sell into that frenzy. And guess what? It happened. I got lucky. I can't say that it's a guarantee that you can get lucky like that and have that happen, but I got lucky. So I started unloading Sue Storm at 9 to 10 gems each, and it went up. I unloaded all of my common long necks down to 1. I think I had like 15 of them. Well, long story short, I sold all of them suckers off, and I ended up racking up like 1,000, 11, 1,200 gems and bought some other cool stuff. Got to participate in the Luke Skywalker drop without having to come up with money, which, by the way, I got the secret rare. Man, oh man. Talk about lucky and bringing the fun back into this game. So I am having fun because something worked out well. And I missed the ability to sell things rapidly into the market, okay? When we're in a bear market and everything is down, you have no FOMO going on. You can list stuff, but it ain't going to sell because there's no liquidity. It's just like a crypto that has no demand. Okay, so just because you want out and you want to sell doesn't mean you're going to get your money. I missed the Diablo drop, by the way, and I didn't miss much. If I can click on here and check out the price on the common, 32 gems. I might get one just because I love the retro style. So I might get one of those or get the yellow one. So I did get my first rare Luke, and the price has gone up by 9 gems as I bought at 55. Thinking about stacking those. And then I'm also considering the ultra rare because it's holding a pretty strong price. And here's my secret rare, guys. Check this out. So $1,200. Wow, it just won't stop. That's amazing. It came out the box at like 6 something, then went above 7, then it hit 8, and then it just blew straight above 1,000, and now we're sitting at 1,200. That is awesome. There's only 500 of them. So I guess that's why I had someone in the group that said he looks like Mick Jagger, which I had to laugh at that. I agree. That is one ugly NFT. But for whatever the reason is, people are wanting them. And there's only 519. Look at that right there. 519 of them. So talk about luck. So while everybody is like in the forefront and doing the game, which there's nothing wrong with that. They're playing the game. I'm in the background doing the opposite. So I'm playing behind the scenes. And while everyone is in a feeding frenzy from playing the game, I'm feeding the game or feeding off of the game. So I stack in privacy. I rack things up, stack them up. And then as soon as something happens, I sell them off. Speaking of sad news today, Frank Kozik passed away. I just read someone's post in the group. And Labbits has been something that I have been stacking. And I had sold my neon Labbit. I only had one. And I sold it. And I've got the invisible Labbit. I've got like 7 of those. But let me tell you what. This is huge. Because with Frank Kozik passing away, which is such sad news, this has really shined a light on a truth, which is the fact that there is high value placed on these NFTs. That if Frank Kozik passes on, that everyone has jumped on, and there is now a feeding frenzy for the Labbits items. And so people are thinking, okay, he died, and this is his artwork, that we aren't going to get any more Labbits, or so we think, or at least they're not going to be the original Frank Kozik Labbits. So everyone is considering them to be authentic items that are, his art, even though it's digital. So let's just jump into the Labbits collection and see what's going on. Man, I had just listed like 3 uncommon, the mustache one, for sale for 17 gems each. Came back, they were gone. I'm like, oh man. I heard the news. I've got 1 elf Labbit. I was thinking about stacking it. I was buying them for what? It dipped down to like 3 or 4 gems. Let's see, what did I pay for mine? There's that glitch again. I was thinking about stacking these once it hit 3, 4, 5 gems. And I just never got around to it because I didn't know if it'd ever be worth anything. Now this one's worth, I paid 12, but it had really moved down into the basement. I still have 3 of the Happy Stash left. Let's see, with the price 40. Okay, so it's coming down now. It's at 40 gems. I think it had run all the way as high as like 70. So it looks like this pop is settling down. There's the secret rare at 123, kind of holding. I've got Hooverville. Do I have 1 or 2 of these? I have 1. So that jumped up from 19 gems to 85. Labicorn was in the 30s. I have 2 of these. Let's see what it's at now. 104. It was a little higher than that, so it's starting to settle down. Santa Labbit, I was also considering stacking this one. It's jumped to 29. I've got 1. I probably paid, dang it, I hate that glitch where you got to go back into your item. They need to fix that bug. I've got a 3-digit there. I'm not going to sell it. So 13 is what I paid. That's not, I'm not going to sell that off. I think I'm going to keep my Frank Kozik Labbits. So moving right along within the collection. And like I said, this is a good lesson learned because this tells us something about the respect. So now Smorkin is down to 32. I think it was at 60. So this is coming down fast. It looks like we had a major run up, which should also teach you a lesson that even with the sad news, so Visible is at 64. It was at 120. My goodness, it came down quick. People are selling off fast. Okay. And the Visible was at 180. Now it is at 139. And see, this is the kind of stuff that happens when you get certain news events and prices blow up like that. So when you've stacked things, it comes into handy where you can just unload and let those stacks go. Now, there are several other items where there's been a lot of action going on, but I'll get into those things on individual reports. And we'll just focus on the overall. The market is looking like it's getting weak again. And my forecast is this, guys. I know y'all, half of y'all, 3/4 of you people in my VeVe viewership don't watch my crypto videos. And you better start watching because I'm going to tell you what, there's a chance that we're going to take another dive in the VeVe market. And the reason is because crypto is about to go down. And I know that the majority of people that are in here don't pay any attention to what's going on with Bitcoin, with the alts on the cryptocurrency market, and how correlated it still is to the S&P 500, to the stock market, the Dow, and how things that affect the economy, that affect the Dow and affect the S&P 500 or NASDAQ or whatever, that stuff affects us right here in this market. The only good thing is you can get lucky along the way and land a secret rare that you paid, 60, 70 gems for, that 200Xs in a matter of a week. Okay? So the market, my warning is the market could go down again. I don't think that we're ready for the bull market in crypto. And that's why you need to be watching my updates on the crypto market, because we are probably not going to launch off until that happens. And I think we're in a bear market rally. So just be prepared for prices to go back into the toilet, because it's possible. And it's not a prediction, all right? I can just hear it now. Somebody in the comments, I don't think the market's going to go down. I think you're all wrong. And by golly, VeVe's going to the moon tomorrow. I'm not trying to start arguments, all right? I'm just warning you to be careful. Be careful out there and treat this as a game. So the advice to you is be careful. We could go on the toilet again. Treat this like a game and keep everything. Take this stuff with a grain of salt, man. I mean, we're betting on imaginary things that don't exist, that are combinations of zeros and ones in binary land, non-physical items that don't exist in the real world, where a computer translates the binary code and then puts an apparition on a phone screen that makes an approximation of what that item would look like if it were real. And we're spending money on that. So keep that in mind. Not to say that that's not a good thing to do, but if you're having fun, it can be good. I'm having fun, and I'm going to probably continue to do it. Now, some people think that the VeVe app is done, that we're toast, that we're gone, that this is a dead end. Now, I'm not one to defend the VeVe team, right? You know I'm not defending David Yu and Rice and what's his name? Al Khan is what's his face? See, I can't even remember names, guys. That's how much I'm not even in tune to what's going on with this. I'm not. What was my point? Oh, I don't defend them because, of course, I'm still salty that they did not give me my cheesy, cheap, plastic blue and white light up VeVe sign. Y'all get the gas face for that still. Whoa. Failed. VeVe team, you're ratchet. Well, I have fun with this. I'm having fun, and I do like to sit quietly behind the scenes as a contrarian, playing this market in the opposite direction of everybody else. Because that's how I like to, gain gems. And so just like shout out to the superstars, they were talking about my stack and the long necks. People thought I was crazy. They talked about me stacking long necks and common storms and then selling them for a triple, 3x, right? And then it went up to 4x. I did sell a few at 4x. But I bought the ether at $30, sold it for 100 and something. Then it went to 300. I bought the other zappy thingy with the stone in the middle. It looks like this. I bought that for 25, sold it for, 80 or 90. Then I bought the boxy thingies with the stone in the middle, the cubes. I sold all of the cubes that I had. I don't have any left. I think I had 4 or 5 of them. Sold them all at a profit. And of course, the Eye of Uglamoto. I had 16 of those, sold them all. Well, anyway, it was fun. That was fun. And so with the club bangers that I have, I've got AF-15. That's worth $1,000. I've got the secret rare Luke Skywalker, Mick Jagger secret rare. It's worth $1,200. I've got the UR Darth Vader, which was worth $3,000 and something for a time. It's still worth $400 or $500. I've got a tie. I got some club bangers in there. So this is fun. It's shaking chances. You never know when something's going to pop off or when something's going to die. Could it fizzle out tomorrow? Sure it could. But when things look worse and everybody's complaining and writing them off, that's when it's very scary and when I start to stack. Am I gambling? I sure am. Could you end up with nothing? You sure could. And if you people watched my regular crypto videos, you would know that you're taking a massive risk in this along with regular cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, because if the momentum of what the SEC is doing now, and if we keep electing government officials that are in the White House now, you're not going to have access to crypto. You're not going to be able to make any money off of the crypto market. And since NFTs are a part of crypto, you are in jeopardy. Okay? So unless we have a very quick shift, there's a certain crooked person who is owned by some large banks. It's all politics and it's all corruption. Sadly, we have nothing but corruption in the U.S. government these days. But if the creep who is at the head of the SEC stays in there, or if they pass the ball to the next puppet, that is bought for a price, there could be a chance that you never get your money out of crypto or out of this. Now, that's an extreme case, but I'm just telling you. That's a reason why you need to watch my videos. Okay, last but not least, I'm pushing to get to 10,000 subs. We're at, 7,800 right now. Tell a friend. I put up a poll asking if you would find it valuable if I could get to 10,000 where I can start doing YouTube stories, just like Instagram and Facebook stories, because I could do updates and alerts where I can take a screenshot, slap it up on the story, and let you know when there's some action happening with VeVe and also on altcoins and Bitcoins. So it's something that I cannot do. I can do shorts because you only have to have 1,000 subs, but I'm going to have 10,000 to give stories. So if you want more out of me in the form of stories, the crypto pro who is a master collector sitting up on top of 888,106 MCP points, that might not be worth 5 cents in the real world. Man, oh man, let me know. Look at that collectible count down to 890. I was about to hit 1,000 on that. This is what happens when you get in distribution mode and start to sell off and take profit. So I have 851 here. The next video, I'll tell you what I have my eyes on, but we're going to leave it at this for now. Shout out to Dr. Strange. Yay! Thank you for keeping me straight on comics, and I'll end on that. If you're not watching Dr. Strange, you're screwing up, and you better be subscribed to my brother from another mother who keeps you straight on what's happening in the comics world. So shout out to all the other OGs and the homies. We've got wonderful fungible. Why do I always mess up his name? We got my boy back in the game from my hometown of Chicago, putting up videos again. Shout out to him. Shout out to Smurf. What's up, Smurf? Shout out to the Gale. Shout out to Chris. Everybody, whoever I missed. Randy Chavez, all the people in the community. We kicking it. We having some fun. So that's all I've got for now, but I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And together, we can make it in this market. We can become filthy, stinking rich. Not financial advice. Do I have anything else? Nope, I don't. So basically, we're going to do it like this. This is Carlton, and I am out. Okay, we got to do that again. Let's see here. I'm trying to get myself off the screen, and I did the wrong thing. All right, let's try it again. This is Carlton, and I am out.